Madam Chair, Chair Klein, members of the committee, my name is Jason Adkins. I'm the Executive Director of the Minnesota Catholic Conference, the public policy voice of the Catholic Church in Minnesota. We have submitted written testimony, but I wanted to speak briefly to our support for the amendments to the bill that would help limit the impact of problem gambling. As noted in the Newsweek article I submitted to the committee, online sports betting fuels its profits by capitalizing on the chemical reactions in the brain that people get from the thrill of gambling, coupled with mounting losses that need to be regained, and the high of that fix that the dopamine from betting triggers. Gambling in general and online sports betting in particular is a particularly predatory industry. Younger people with underdeveloped brains are particularly prone to the fix of gambling. Putting a sports book in every pocket through a cell phone will have seriously adverse consequences. Our state will absorb the costs under this bill but reap few benefits. To be clear, we oppose gambling expansion in the form of legalized sports betting, but we recognize that we have to be part of a compromise to adjudicate a variety of interests and perspectives. We ask that you work to create a regulatory framework that limits the ability of consumers to feed the fix that they get from gambling, as well as mitigate their ability to accumulate significant losses. Optimally, we could live with a system in which sports betting was limited to a few locations in person, such as casinos. The in-person requirement is a way of short-circuiting some of the need to fuel the addiction by requiring at least traveling to the gambling site. If we are to have online sports betting, the regulations we propose in our written testimony, especially amendments such as bans on in-game betting, which you just heard, will be 70% of wagers by 2030. I mean, that's a staggering statistic. The helpline that Senator Rasmussen proposed and Senator Klein graciously accepted today personally impose consumer limits on the size of wages. These will go a long way toward mitigating some of the worst harms that will come from sports betting via the rise in addiction chronicled in other states with legalized sports betting. Again, thank you to Senator Rasmussen for bringing these important amendments. Thank you to Senator Klein for accepting some, and we encourage you to continue to do work to improve this legislation. Thank you very much.